Hello, you degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. Tonight I'm playing Rich. This is Xpoints 37. It is my final match for the month. Let's take a look at these decks. And here's a look at Rich's deck for the month. I'm going to start at the bottom. He lays his points all out nicely at the bottom. 2 into the Mox Pearl. And then everything else is 1 point. 3 Maze of Ith, which are fantastic in Ween-E decks. They can help keep your creatures alive, or they can just undo the one bad block you have, or the one bad attack you have to make. So if your opponent only has like 1 Earn-Em-Out or 1 Mahamoti or 1, the Maze can become the best deck in your card. Other than that, above that, he has 4 Crusades, the very standard Chaos Orb, some of the white removal, Disenchants, and Swords. And after that, it's all creatures. Repentant Blacksmith, Banalish Hero, the lovely Savannah Lions, White Knight, Acacian Javelineers, Order of Lightbeer, and 3 Preachers, which are absolutely devastating in Xpoints. I love this. Casting cost of 3 or less. Very quick low to the ground. And can survive a lot. So White Ween-E does well. I like this build out of it. I like having 4 White Knights in there. Let's take a look at my deck for the month. And here's a look at my deck for the month. I went big. 4 Triskelions, 4 Urnham Djinns, and 4 Sarah Angels. I have mana ramp with Land of War Elves and Birds of Paradise. 3 Sylvans. I have my own white removal. I do have 2 Pointed Wrath of Gods. Reincarnation. Reincarnation are for bonus points, style points, and it's worked out well. I mean, I've played it a few times, so you can see the rest of my deck. This is nothing new. I've said enough words. I want to see this game. And here we go with game number 1. Rich is on the ATOG playmat that looks like it's getting ready to come through and eat your artifact ass. He fires a Plains. I play a Forest and a Birds of Paradise, and Rich immediately swords to Plowshares, followed by Order of Lightbeer. I might need to slow this game down. It is moving along. I mana ramp with more Land of War Elf, and he's coming in with the Order. Oh, Swords and a new Savannah Lion. This game is not on fast forward, but it kind of feels like it. I play another Land of War Elf. He's already, he sees I'm shy on mana. He's throwing answers, sorting out my creatures, so I get denied. And this is 3 for 3. 2 Land of War Elves. 1 Birds of Paradise gone. He is coming in for 4. I'm down to 15. This game is just trucking by. Hit another Forest. Not quite what I need. Rich hits a Plains. And he sticks in for another 4. And look at this, Preacher. So unless I answer the Preacher, whatever I get to resolve, he's going to be... well, he's going to be preaching to and going to work for Rich. Not ideal for me. I mean, this game is halfway over for me, and I've done nothing. Oh my god. Did you just see that come into frame? Yep. Crusade down. So, yeah, everything +1/+1. 3, 6, 8. He's coming in for Disenchant Crusade, so that stops 3 damage. But it does put me down to 6. I need a Plains followed by a Wrath of God would be real good right now. Just a pass. That doesn't feel well. Yep. Rich is coming in. He's trying to pump the order. I swords it out. I do go down to 3, so I need another answer immediately. And look at this. Rich plays a Mishra's Factory. I play one of my own. I think it might be a little too late. We'll see. That Preacher's still deadly. I can't... I mean, unless I can force out a trike somewhere here. But I don't think I can pull one of my out of my ass. And I cannot pull a trike out of my ass. Thank goodness. I don't want my ass to have to birth a trike. But the bad news is I just lost that in record time. Let's move on to game number 2. And here we go, back to game number 2. In case you had to sneeze or just accidentally looked the other way for game number 1, Rich just beat the absolute fucking brakes off me in about 6 turns. Game number 2, I lead with Llanowar Elf, and Rich responds immediately and says, no more ramp, just like game 1, get that shit out of here. Swords to Plowshares, puts me up to 21. I do play out a library with a desert, and that desert is terrifying for this white Ween-E deck, at least it should be. He responds back with a creature with a power of 2. He only has a few of them in his deck, the White Knights. I think he had a play set. I guess he had the 1-2 pro-red blacksmith creatures, but other than that, most of his creatures are 1 toughness, and I play out a second desert. This is going to be a handful for Rich to deal with. He needs Crusades, otherwise deserts are going to do some heavy lifting, and ask and ye shall receive. Crusade it is. White Knight, up to 3/3 first strike. I'm taking 3 damage straight to the face, and he's adding in a Savannah Alliance. So the deserts can dry out and kill those little kitties if he attacks. I play another forest. That doesn't feel great. My deck is green-white, and it probably needs way more white than it does green at this point in the match. I do have 3 cards left in hand. My upside is that Sylvan. I can dig deeper. Rich being such a quick deck, though, I really don't want to draw extra cards. I mean, I'd love to. Oh, shit, look at this bull. He is stripping out a desert. I'm responding back by removing his White Knight from play with the swords. White Knight goes and works the fields, gets off his horse, drops his broadsword. He keeps his armor on to work the fields just because he's cool like that. But here we go. Savannah Alliance doing some work now that they don't have to worry about those deserts killing them off. He's coming in for 3. Down to 15 I go. And he plays 1 Order of Lightbeer. 2/1 Pump Knight out of Fallen Empires. Quite an effective creature. So yeah, I'm doing some digging in my Sylvan. And I do take an extra card. Look at this. Okay, play down a Factory. Factory's a valid blocker. Tapping 4 and a book. Not ideal. You know, if the game was later and we were tied up and I didn't have 2 creatures trying to bury me, I'd be happier with the book. But here he comes in again. A 3/2 and another 3/2. Oh, swords off the Pump Knight. Must be why I took the extra card. He gets in for 3. I'm down to 8. This game is flying by just like last game, and he plays out another threat immediately. Another White Knight. This son of a bitch has his sword, and he looks like he wants to use it on me. Digging deep, so I'm seeing at least 2 new cards with the Sylvan. Always popular. Like seeing new cards. Yeah, 8 life. So, I mean, taking an extra card at this point is pretty much a death sentence. And I pass. This doesn't feel good. I still don't see any white mana. I mean, a Sarah Angel last turn, you know, if I got one of those off, would actually really put a stop, or at least have a solution. I need something here. Tapping 2, disenchant. Oh, here we go. Bait out the attack, disenchant on the Crusade. At least be able to kill the lions after damage. Yep. Land up factory. Oh, that's why. Rich had all the answers. Murders my factory straight down with a disenchant. I'm down to 2. This is looking ugly. Need a white source and a Wrath of God. Definitely can't take 2 cards, so hopefully one of those cards is in my hand. And really, that's not even going to stop it. I mean, I'm still going to have to throw my Birds of Paradise in front of the factory. I'm at 2. There's about no way out of this shit. Yeah, okay, here we go. There's a white source, Reincarnation, Spirit Link. It did have the Sarah Angel. But too little, too late. Rich just beat the living tar out of me. Congratulations. And as always, thanks for watching.